one thing you gotta realize is it's not too late to take the risk. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to escape the rat race, you want to quit your 9-to-5 job by doing something on the side, you want to fund your passion, it's not too late. And another thing, even if you somebody who got started already, because me personally, this is a brand new channel, but I've been making content since 2020, right? I didn't build TikTok accounts. I have a whole nother YouTube channel that has almost 20,000 subscribers on it. So it's not too late to get started. But at the end of the day, it's also not too late to start over. What you have to realize is if you're truly passionate about something, if you want to be a content creator like me, it's possible. You don't need to compare your journey to other people's journey. And you don't want to also try to rush the process, because me being 6 years in the game, I'm definitely not where I thought I would be by now. But if I could go back and start from day one with the knowledge that I know now, this is how I would do things differently. I would just completely block out the noise and simply prioritize the inputs that I know are going to get me better, are going to give me the results that I want, meaning to make money and to actually build a skill set. So really you build the skill set, then you monetize the skill set. That's what I would have prioritized first. When I first started making content, it was simply me just basically just documenting my journey, me just turning the camera on and venting. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but you have to make content around a specific problem. You have to solve somebody's problem. It has to be high demand. It can't just be always about the ideas that you have in your mind that you want to just display to the world. That's cool, but are your ideas actually solving people's problems, or are you just kind of venting? Or are you just kind of ranting? That's one thing that you got to decide. So what problem, based on your experience, based on your upbringing, can you solve? See, my other channel it's a dating channel. It's a self-improvement channel. So a lot of that content was around dating, because at the time I was going through a breakup. At the time I was watching red pill content, female nature content. So I decided to make content about that myself. And I even sprinkled in a little bit of spirituality. But what is that for you? Like, this channel right here is around being an entrepreneur, me documenting my journey from being an employee to an entrepreneur. So this channel is going to be more so mindset, motivation, talking about money, because that's solving a specific problem. One of the biggest problems that people are facing right now is being able to make money, specifically making money outside of your job. So I feel like this is the perfect niche, and me just being able to use content as an avenue to make money, I feel like I have a lot of knowledge and experience and wisdom to share, because I've built digital products, I've done affiliate marketing. So in just ad revenue alone, there's multiple different ways where I've made money online to the point where I know that it's possible. But the thing is, you can't just sit and watch other people do it and you don't think that you can do it yourself. But what's more important than that is watching other people do it and continuing to live in that cycle. Trying to search for the next best video. That's going to always hold you back. You cannot be in this information overload, because with the internet, with social media, there's more than enough information. ChatGPT, AI, there's more than enough information. So your problem is not that you don't have enough information. Your problem is not that, it's not even that you don't have any money, because we're going to specifically focus on content creation right now. I'm not going to talk to you about other business models, because what I'm focused on is content creation. So if you want to be a content creator, you don't need any type of equipment. You already have your phone, so you can prop your phone up. You don't even need a tripod. Like, I'm recording off a tripod, but it was like $10. So you don't need to break the bank to get started. I own a camera. I got a camera in the room, but I simply just record on my phone still to this day, because it's easier. Like, I don't want to have to go through the process of, picking up the camera, recording on the camera, exporting the video from the camera to my phone, when I can just turn my phone on, talk to the camera, because this quality is still good. So there's literally no excuse. I don't do no fancy editing, right? I just cut out basically the points where I'm stuttering, or I just cut out the dead silence. That's it. No music in the background. I know how to do that. Put captions in videos and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, simply just making content, all you need is your phone and somewhere to prop it up. Now, of course, when you first start making content, your video, you're not going to flow like this. You might not be able to talk for 10 minutes straight. My first videos was trash, but it's all about getting a repetition out there. You have to stop looking at other people doing it, and you have to stop scrolling on your phone all day and just wasting time and actually get the reps in. Because one thing I was good about during my content creation journey was reps. Because I was so passionate about it, I would not let a day go by that I did not record a video. See, when I first started making content in 2020, it didn't matter if I worked a 7-hour shift, 8-hour shift, 9-hour shift, 10-hour, 12-hour. When I got home from work, I was going to record a video. If the only thing I did when I got home from work was eat dinner, record a video, take a shower, and go to sleep, I was satisfied because I got that video out. I didn't care if I was uploading at 10 o'clock at night. If I was able to check it out, check it off, and be consistent, that was a win for me. But for you might have a 9 to 5 as well. So you might need to wake up a few hours early before you go to work, and that's the time that you use to think about your video ideas. Because this is another thing too. I don't want to go on a tangent, but this is another thing. You have to view content from a creator's point of view. So there's nothing wrong with watching other people's content, but you watching it with a different lens. Like, okay, how can I implement this into my content? How can I take what they saying, or take this thumbnail, or take this title and implement it into my content? So like I was saying, you might have to go through this process in the morning before work so that you can already have that done for the day. Or you might be somebody who has to, work on your side hustle and record content after work. Another aspect of this is you have to sacrifice your weekends. Because when I first started making content, on the weekends, I would go hang out with my friends. I'd be smoking, I'd be going to parties, you know what I'm saying? Because they was in college at the time, or one of my partners, he was in college at the time. So on the weekends, I wouldn't be making no content. I would basically just give myself a break on the weekend. But the weekends, that's how you get ahead. You get what I'm saying? Because in the back of my mind, I'd be like, dang, I know I need to be recording content. Dang, I hate that I'm not being consistent. But in the moment, I'm just, I'm pushing it to the back of my mind because I don't want to deal with it. But I'm telling you, now I'll record content on the weekend. I'll make sure that I'm recording and being consistent every single day. Because when you can sacrifice free time, when you can sacrifice time where you can be having fun to really lock in and perfect your craft, that's what's going to separate you from the other people. Because when everybody else is going out to the clubs, when everybody else is going on vacation, when everybody else is just, just doom scrolling all day, watching movies all day, sleeping in all late and stuff like that, you're grinding, you're locked in. Another thing, I'm just dropping gym after gym after gym for y'all boys. I'm kind of just, flowing right now. You don't need to rely on other people to support you, because a lot of people don't care enough. A lot of people are not going to understand and see the vision. And really, those are the two main things. So you can't rely on those two things in order for you to get started. Because if you need other people to support you, you don't believe in yourself enough. Because one thing about me, I didn't care about what nobody else was talking about. I was going to make my content. I didn't have to go tell millions of people in the hall, everybody that I knew, everybody in my hometown, that I was going to start a YouTube channel and sending my channel link out to everybody. No, I was just showing up every single day. Like my closest friends, they knew what was going on, but I wasn't trying to convince them like this is my way or this gonna work. My day ones, they supported me. But at the end of the day, I didn't need that in order for me to show up. I didn't need that in order for me to get started. But okay, so now you have the understanding, right, of just the mindset that you need to have, the self-belief. Because I'm telling you, once you got the desire, see, I remember when I had the desire to start making content, immediately I took action when I had the next opportunity to record. Because when I first got started, I was in college. So when I came home for the holidays, that's when I started making content. I knew, I was like, man, when I go back home, I'm finna start this channel, and that's what it's gonna be. Like, I didn't care what nobody else was talking about. I had to tell my mama, like, I'm not going back to school. I'm making this content and stuff like that. I had to come back home and I ain't have no job, and the main thing I was focused on was content. She didn't want to hear that. I ain't gonna lie. But I believed in myself. Those days when me and my mama used to get into it, she's telling me, oh, this ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna make no money from this. I didn't get mad in those moments and just say, you know what? She's right. I'm finna give up. When certain people who I thought would support me or interact with my videos and stuff like that weren't showing up and weren't supporting me, I didn't look at that like, you know what, man? Maybe I need to just quit. Maybe I need to find something else. I let all that stuff fuel me more to go even harder. When I get into it with my mama, right after we argue, I might turn the camera on and I might just rip out a video. You get what I'm saying? So that's the mindset that you gotta have. You have to have that utmost self-belief in yourself to the point where you know that it's possible. But knowing and proving it to yourself is two different things, because deep down inside, you can know like, man, I know I can do this. I see other people doing it. I know I got enough belief in myself to do it myself. But if you never actually take action on a consistent basis, you ain't gonna get no results. Another thing too, you gotta get out of this like going viral. I'm not teaching you how to be an influencer. Like this ain't about going viral. We're trying to make money so we can quit our job, right? So it's not about the views. It's about the value that you're providing. It's about the problems that you can solve for other people. So when I was first making my dating content, my self-improvement content, I didn't have this lens. I was more so trying to go viral and blow up my YouTube channel, not understanding that there was other ways for me to monetize it without just simply relying on ad revenue. So that's when digital products came into play, affiliate marketing came into play, coaching came into play, all these different type of things that I was trying to dibble and dabble with, but it was a little bit further along in my journey. So if I could go back and do it again, I would have tried to monetize a whole lot quicker and not been so focused on going viral, but more so focused on providing the utmost value so that I can monetize that. Because with this making money online content, with this going from employee to entrepreneur content, the plans that I have with this channel is just being consistent, showing up every single day, dropping gems for you guys. But also showing you how to do this yourself because I'm documenting my journey. This channel got like 80 something subscribers. I'm not making no money from this channel. But how do I plan on monetizing this channel though? It's not like I'm finna gatekeep. I got a digital product that I'm cooking up for y'all boys. How to make your first $500 online with content. So by the time that you're watching this video, it might be in the description. But at the end of the day, this is what it's about, providing the value, being authentic, being vulnerable, and telling y'all boys that it's literally possible, that it's not about the views. Like if a video go viral, am I gonna be happy? Of course, but is that really the purpose of me recording the content to go viral? No. Like, yes, it's to put y'all on game. It's to tell y'all and show y'all how to do it. But at the end of the day, of course, I'm selling something. Of course, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, make money too because I got bills to pay just like you, but I'm also showing you like you can do the same thing that I'm doing. I'm no different than you. I'm not no special person to the point where I'm gifted to the point where it's only me that can do this type of stuff. You're seeing other people do it every single day at a much higher level. So why can't you do it too? You can't have the mindset of only showing up and recording videos when you feel like it, when you're motivated. You don't need more motivation. You need a system. That's why I say, your day has to revolve around you getting the reps in. Your day has to revolve around you recording that video, you editing that video, you uploading that video. Even you clipping that video up and making little shorts out of that video. Being resourceful. Because one thing I learned was I learned how to do everything by myself. I started recording, just turned the camera on, okay, cool. I learned about CapCut and editing videos. I learned about how to make clips out of those videos. I learned everything myself. Making thumbnails, I did it all myself. So it's possible if you just simply apply yourself. If you have the self-belief, I'm telling you that the dots, they're gonna connect. You're gonna figure it out because you're gonna be searching for the answers. So when you get those answers, you have to take action. Record a video a day. Challenge yourself for the next 30 days to record a video a day. Whether you posting on YouTube, whether you posting on YouTube Shorts, whether you posting on TikTok, whether you posting on Instagram, post consistently for 30 days straight. Figure out what your niche is gonna be. You are the niche at the end of the day, but what problem are you solving? And is this in high demand or is this something that just came out of your mind? Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel. What are you already good at? What are you most passionate about right now? Like I'm most passionate about going from the employee to the entrepreneur. So that's literally that's been my biggest thing the entire time since I first started making content was to become a full-time content creator. So at the end of the day, this is what I really should have started doing from the get-go, not necessarily making the self-improvement and dating content. Not that there's anything wrong with it, like I've learned a lot doing that, but that wasn't my real true niche. It was more so what I was going through at the time, so I was just making content about it. But ultimately, we can relate and agree that the reason that we're pursuing this content is simply to get to the next level and quit the 9-to-5 and live off of this. But there's multiple ways that you can monetize this. You have to just apply yourself, right? You don't need to be a perfectionist. A lot of the videos that I think are trash, randomly they blow up and they get the most views. Like I'll be editing video, I'll be recording a video, and in the moment when I'm recording, I'm like, man, this is kind of trash. But then once I'm editing the video, I'm like, you know what? That's really a banger. So it's not about being perfect. Oh, I don't like this about the video. You don't know what the audience is gonna click with. You don't know what the audience is gonna resonate with. So the video that you think is trash, that could be the video that take off. So you gotta get out of your own head and just put the stuff out there. You can't be afraid to put yourself out there. You can't be afraid to market yourself. You can't be afraid to push products and ask for the sale, to push products and try to make money and monetize the content that you're making. You get what I'm saying? So that's the mindset and the ideology that you gotta have. It's possible for you. You gotta just start day one. You get what I'm saying? We got 6 more months into the year. So at the end of the day, if you can be consistent, show up every single day, record a video a day, being consistent, blocking out the weekends, and just being focused and locking in and perfecting your craft, I'm telling you, bro, at the end of the year, you could have a foundation set. I'm not saying that you're gonna be able to quit your job in that time frame, but you can have a foundation set to the point where you're starting to understand things. So I just had to put y'all on that game real quick because I remember being in cycles of just searching and searching and searching for what I thought was the next big thing or what I thought was the answer, the missing piece that I was looking for that was really gonna make everything click for me, not knowing that I already got all the information I need. I just gotta execute every single day. See, most of the time we spend our day focusing on this busy work. We think that we so locked in, but we ain't locked in about nothing. We are avoiding the real task that's gonna move the needle forward. See, watching all those videos every single day, trying to switch from this business model to this business model. You trying to day trade, you trying to do drop shipping, you trying to start your clothing brand, you trying to make content. Watching all that different type of stuff, all that's cool, but you're not gonna be, you can't lock in on 5 different things at one time. Simply pick one thing that you're good at, pick one problem you wanna solve, and focus on that and double down on that every single day. Create a checklist of things that you must get done every single day that's geared towards your goals. See, you can't be just hyper fixated on accomplishing the goals as fast as possible, but none of your inputs are aligning with actually getting there. So if you want to accomplish things faster, put in more reps, but you got to make sure that the reps have the right intention. So journaling every single day, reading every single day, those things can be on your list, but are they the highest leverage things that's gonna move the needle forward? No. So if you haven't recorded a video, if you haven't edited your video, if you ain't posting nothing today, you shouldn't be reading a book and journaling. You should be recording the content and getting the content out there, because that's what's gonna help you get the money. See, the content is the first barrier of entry. That's what gives you the awareness. That's what get eyeballs on you. Then you have to actually provide value and build trust and educate people, which is going to get them to resonate with you and like it and be like, you know what, I like this person. Then once that trust is built up, that's when you're able to convert them and they actually feel comfortable buying your product because they resonate with you and they like you to the point where it's like, okay, cool, I want to invest in this person. But that does not happen overnight. And you can't be so hyper fixated on the sale that that's all that you're worried about and talking about. Actually focus on the value that you're providing, because I'm telling you, if you solve people's problems at the highest level, money is a byproduct of that. Stop focusing on the money and focus on the value in solving problems that I'm telling you. And your daily inputs, I'm telling you, that's what's gonna take you to the next level. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this gonna make you take some action and get started and start that channel, man. Drop it in the comments if you're starting your channel. I'll lock in and support you, bro. Y'all on the journey with me as well. Y'all finna see this process. So if you enjoyed this, man, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm catching the next one. Gone.